Back in April of 2020, my sister and I picked our way through these woods looking for the house that we grew up in. It'd been about a dozen years since we'd last seen it, and we found the old familiar hill and we crested it and we peered through the old pine trees and were puzzled. The thing in front of us with walls and a roof was definitely our old house, but the brown siding that our folks had painted was gone, and the backyard was half its original size, and even the trees that we climbed and built forts amongst were lying dead on the snowy ground. This place wasn't home anymore, and that moment encapsulated much of what the past year had held for me, and much of what the forthcoming year would hold as well. Moments and months of unsettledness and bereavement and confusion as certain fixtures started to look a bit different than I expected they would, and as some long-held hopes were either slowly or suddenly dashed. In all of this, songs were like stakes in the soil that steadied me back towards seeing goodness and beauty in this world that I'm walking through. As I've shared those songs with friends over dinners and house concerts and tea chats and video calls, stories have come back to me of how those songs have journeyed with others through their own times of grief and hope. And now I need your help, because I'm ready to bring these songs to life as a full-length album. An album about home and longing to belong and finding grace and beauty in a world that Scripture describes as exile, aching and waiting for the world to be made new. These songs will tell stories and set scenes with an acoustic folk soundscape and rich lyricism. And to do that, I'm asking for $4,000 to make this 11-song album possible. But that's just to make the music and pay folks a fair wage. To truly curate a special experience for folks both audibly and visually, my first stretch goal is $5,000. And if we make this, the album will get printed in wallet form with liner notes and full-fledged visual artwork. And if we make it to $6,000, I'll be able to bring this album to you and probably play it in your backyard or your back porch or your living room sometime in the forthcoming year or the year after. And I am a hardcore DIYer, but there are just some adventures that are more meaningful and exciting to embark on together. And if you decide to join me on this, I want to make you something that you can add to your own home life. Bookmarks and stickers with original watercolor art and handcrafted coasters and lettered signs with lyrics from the album are just some of the rewards that you could get if you decide you want to come along. I would not be making art like this today if it were not for you. And I hope that these songs can journey with you for years to come and give you grace to call where you are home for now.